Hey, it's Shane with GotROM.com. I want to talk about how to achieve permanent flexibility. Now, of course, the human body is always kind of molding and changing and getting stronger or weaker or tighter or more flexible depending on what you do. And as they say, every skill is perishable, or if you don't use it, you lose it. So really, there's no such thing as permanent. You're always at your maximum flexibility. But there are two things that I found that get you the closest to permanent flexibility. And those two things are ballistic stretching and loaded stretching. Now, why these kind of get you closer to having kind of cementing in your flexibility is with ballistic stretching, say you're doing kind of slightly bouncing stretching, or traditionally it's done standing, but this, as opposed to just kind of breathe and relax stretching, when you do kind of the stretching where you get to your end range and then kind of bounce a little bit more, with experience you're not just mindlessly bouncing farther in your stretches, but if you're doing it in a very kind of controlled, systematic way where you're increasing your repetitions over weeks and months and years, and increasing the intensity, you're always touching your end range. Whereas when you just kind of breathe and relax here, sometimes you're feeling a stretch, but you're not really at your true end range. So I find that the ballistic stretching can push you and have you touching your end ranges more than traditional static stretching or PNF, contract relax stretching. So that's one reason why it gets you closer to permanent flexibility. The other modality that I really like is loaded stretching. Loaded stretching is stretching in certain positions and certain ranges with a little bit of added weight. Not so much weight where your muscles tense up and it's like true strength training, but again, just enough added weight to pull you a little bit farther into the stretch and to build strength at end range. When you are touching your end range repeatedly with ballistic stretching and building strength at end range with loaded stretching, then you own that range. It becomes range that you control and range that you have strength in, and therefore your nervous system says, okay, we're strong in this extremely stretched position, like the middle splits for example. We actually have strength here. There's no danger. We will allow the joints to go that far. So if you haven't checked out ballistic stretching and loaded stretching, I highly recommend you give it a shot, because it's the closest thing you'll get to permanent, cemented in flexibility. So check it out.